Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is screaming at a television screen, not because they're in danger, not because their life is at risk, but because strangers wearing different colored jerseys are kicking a ball around a field. Their heart rate is elevated. Stress hormones are flooding their bloodstream. Their muscles are tense. And if their team loses, they're going to feel genuinely upset. Not mildly annoyed, not slightly disappointed, actually upset. Which is strange, because none of this is happening to them. They're not on the field. They're not scoring goals. They're not making tackles. They're not risking anything at all. And yet parts of their brain react as though something important to their survival is at stake. What feels like harmless entertainment is actually your ancient survival system responding to something it was never designed to see. Because your brain wasn't built for sports. It was built for tribes. And every time you watch your favorite team compete, that ancient machinery comes roaring back to life. When you watch an athlete make a perfect pass, score a goal, sink a game-winning shot, or cross a finish line. Your brain doesn't behave like a detached observer. Neuroscientists have identified specialized cells called mirror neurons. These cells become active both when you perform an action and when you watch someone else perform that same action. In a very real neurological sense, your brain partially simulates what the athlete is experiencing. Your heart rate rises, your breathing changes, your body prepares itself. You're not simply watching the game, your nervous system is participating in it. This is why a last-second goal can make your stomach drop, why a championship victory can make you cry, why a missed opportunity can stay with you for days. Your brain isn't treating the game as information, it's treating it as experience. But this raises a much bigger question. Why would a game trigger systems that evolved hundreds of thousands of years before sports even existed? To answer that, we have to go back, long before stadiums, long before television, long before organized competition, back to a time when belonging to a group meant the difference between life and death. For most of human history, being alone was dangerous. A lone human couldn't easily hunt, couldn't defend territory, couldn't survive harsh environments. Your ancestors depended on their tribe for protection, for resources, for survival itself. The human brain evolved under these conditions, and because of that, it became exceptionally skilled at tracking social alliances. Who belongs to my group? Who doesn't? Who can I trust? Who represents a threat? These weren't abstract questions, they were survival questions, and your brain is still asking them today. Modern sports exploit this ancient system perfectly. A jersey becomes a tribal marker. A logo becomes a symbol of identity. A stadium becomes a gathering place. The players become representatives of your tribe, and once your brain accepts that identity, something remarkable happens. Their victory feels like your victory. Their loss feels like your loss. Researchers studying sports fans have found that victories activate reward pathways associated with achievement and pleasure. The brain releases dopamine. You experience genuine satisfaction. Objectively, you accomplish nothing, but your brain doesn't fully distinguish between personal success and the success of a group you've attached yourself to. Psychologists call this social identity. When a group becomes part of your identity, its outcomes begin to feel personal. And that's exactly what sports teams become. Modern tribes. This is also why rivalries become so intense. When your team faces a rival, your brain isn't processing a simple game. It's processing an us versus them conflict. The same psychological machinery that once helped humans distinguish allies from enemies begins activating. Your attention narrows, your emotions intensify, your loyalty strengthens. For 90 minutes, 4 quarters, or 9 innings. Your ancient brain slips into a mode it understands perfectly. The tribe must win. And what's fascinating is that this isn't unique to sports. The exact same systems appear in politics. Religious groups, national identities, even online communities. Humans naturally organize themselves into tribes. Sports simply provide one of the safest and most socially acceptable outlets for those ancient instincts. But here's the deeper truth. Sports aren't really about competition. At least not entirely. They're about belonging. Think about what happens during a major championship. Thousands of strangers hug each other. People celebrate in the streets. Entire cities unite around a shared experience. For a brief moment, individuals become part of something larger than themselves. And that's a feeling humans have been seeking for hundreds of thousands of years. Your ancestors gathered around fires. You gather around screens. The technology changed. The psychology didn't, and maybe that's why sports continue to matter so much. Because deep down, the game isn't the point. The ball isn't the point. The scoreboard isn't the point. What your brain is really chasing is something far older: connection, meaning, identity, belonging. For most of human history, survival depended on being part of a tribe. Being accepted meant safety. Being connected meant survival. Being alone often meant death. That world no longer exists, but the brain that evolved in it still does. Which means every time millions of people gather to wear the same colors, sing the same songs, celebrate the same victories, and suffer the same defeats, they're participating in something far older than sports. They're participating in one of humanity's oldest rituals, the ritual of becoming part of a tribe. That's why strangers hug after victories, and that's why losses feel personal. That's why grown adults cry over a game. Because beneath the jerseys, the rivalries, the trophies, and the scoreboards, your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do: finding a tribe, and for a few hours, feeling like it belongs. If this changed the way you think about sports, subscribe to Call Me Different. Because the strangest things humans do often make perfect sense once you understand the ancient brain still running beneath modern life. And watch the next video: why some people feel absolutely nothing during the World Cup. Because the people who never join the tribe may reveal something even more fascinating about human nature.